From cracks in the universe to Guardians of the Galaxy. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Karen Gillan moments. Before we begin, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we've gathered the best bits from Karen Gillan's brilliant back catalogue, focusing on her film and TV work. Number 10, Fighting the Handbots, Doctor Who. Karen caught global attention as Amy Pond, Matt Smith's companion in Doctor Who, with her character at the centre of countless key scenes. Her walk through the Forest of Angels facing Madame Kavarian, or her cameo for Smith's swan song, they all might have made today's countdown.
Raggedy Man. Good night.
But we've gone for The Girl Who Waited, an episode which sees the actress double up to play two versions of herself.
I'm not on my own. I've got my wives.
This final fight scene sees battle-hardened Amy defend younger Pond and Rory, before an emotional farewell.
Did I ever tell you about this boy I met there? Who pretended to be in a band.
Number 9, channeling Sia, Selfie.
Try not to look.
Eliza.
Just try.
Stepping out as Eliza Dooley in the 2014 US sitcom Selfie, Gillan plays a narcissistic, insta-famous sales rep in search of real-life relationships. While the series struggled with poor ratings and was cut from American schedules, Karen's performance was praised.
Party girls, don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn how to push it down?
As Eliza, she taps into a range of anxieties and insecurities, and this scene proves a pivotal point in her story. As she's balancing a will they, won't they romance with John Cho's Henry, Sia's chandelier strikes exactly the right note. Number 8, New Blood's first case, A Touch of Cloth.
Oh, for God's sake!
Sorry.
Why aren't these stapled together? You could have killed someone.
Sorry, it's my first day.
Karen's turn as Kerry Newblood brought a fresh dynamic to Sky One's A Touch of Cloth in 2014. Drafted onto the spoof cop team for season 3 as they try to solve the murder of Cloth's brother, she's thrown straight into the satirical action with her first crime scene.
New blood.
Yes, sir.
Question, murder's a lot like sex. Why?
Because there's nothing worse than walking in on your parents doing it.
Kerry Cut's an inexperienced investigator for the most part, but does she know more than she's letting on? Either way, she delivers some of the show's best lines.
Are you okay?
It's not easy being a woman in this environment.
The ladies' toilets.
There's a glass ceiling.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Number 7, returning to the mirror, Oculus. Starring as Kaylee Russell in Mike Flanagan's 2013 horror flick Oculus, our next entry sees Karen caught up in a creepy state of affairs, as her character tries to make sense of a frightful childhood. Returning to the site of her parents' deaths, Kaylee is convinced that an antique mirror is to blame, believing that it triggers hallucinations.
Hello again.
In this scene, she reacquaints herself with the mirror, and is immediately reminded of the power it possesses.
I hope this still hurts.
Set in a haunted house and jam-packed with jump scares, it's Horror 101 and Gillan's a natural. Number 6, Pretty Woman 2, The Kevin Bishop Show. Before Who, Karen was probably best known as a regular comic on The Kevin Bishop Show, a Channel 4 sketch show which ran for 2 series. We could have included a number of skits today, from spoof news reports to a spot on Katy Perry parody.
I kissed a girl just to have a hit, and you got all bloody fell for it.
But we settled for a feature dubbed Unnecessary Sequels, and a look at what happened next in Pretty Woman.
I am going back into prostitution. Isn't it exciting?
But that's insane.
Great, I knew you'd understand.
Gillan plays Vivian, who takes an unexpected career U-turn much to Edward's confusion. Where's the feature length when you need it?
HIV positive? Boy, that is some first day.
Number 5, Nebula's debut, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Gamora, look at what you have done. You have always been weak.
Having already earned star status with one famous fandom, Gillan swapped Doctor Who for the MCU in 2014 to go toe-to-toe with the Guardians of the Galaxy. An all-out villain in the first film, Nebula was raised by Thanos, and she has more than a few grudges to bear, not least with Gamora. Physically, the role was worlds away from anything Gillan had done before.
Help us fight Ronan! You know he's crazy!
I know you're both crazy.
The blue makeup took up to 4 hours to apply, while her hair prompted a more permanent change. Number 4, taking the director's chair, conventional.
Can I interest you in one of my new shots? Huh? No? This is a brand new one. Nobody else has got it yet, no?
A talent behind the camera as well as in front of it, 2015 saw Karen write and direct 2 short films, Coward and Conventional. Both were praised, with Conventional making the biggest impact, perhaps because Gillan also takes the lead role. Set at a horror convention, it follows an actress who's desperate to remain relevant despite a dodgy lip job and will do anything to protect her fame.
Hi, how are you?
Ready?
Oh,
Next!
ow. Stu, thank you.
Funny at times and grim at others, it's gloomy but glorious as well.
Living out the rest of my meager, conventional, trivial little life. That is what horror means to me.
Number 3, something borrowed, something blue, Doctor Who.
How could I resist? How could I just forget? Nothing is ever forgotten. Not really. But you have to try.
The Amy and Rory sub-story kept us guessing throughout Gillan's time on Doctor Who, but the Big Bang was a definite high point. The chaotic conclusion to Amy's first series, it centres on the Pandorica and a universal reboot which almost erases the Doctor from memory. Almost, but not quite.
Okay, Doctor. Did I surprise you this time?
Yeah. Completely astonished. Never expected that.
Inexplicable tears led Amy to remember her Raggedy Man, and her imaginary friend reveals himself to all. Considering the epic journey it took to get to this point, who can blame Matt Smith for letting his hair down?
You're terrible! That's embarrassing!
Number 2, battling Gamora, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I will be free of these shackles soon enough and I will kill you. I swear.
A fan favourite from the first film, Nebula gets an even greater role in Guardians 2, as her backstory is better explored. A prisoner at first, she eventually breaks free before tracking down her adopted sister for the fight of all fights. It's sibling rivalry on a ridiculous level, with an intergalactic arsenal of souped up weapons. The tension eventually breaks and the two form a truce of sorts, but not before beating all kinds of hell out of each other.
I win. I bested you in combat.
No, I saved your life.
Well, you were stupid enough to let me live.
Number 1, Goodbye Amy Pond, Doctor Who. It's back to the blue box for today's winner, and to one of the most memorable scenes in Doctor Who. Amy meets her fate in The Angels Take Manhattan, an episode which sees her, Rory and the Doctor face the famous statues in 1930s New York.
I always wanted to visit the Statue of Liberty. I guess she got impatient.
They almost destroy them all, but one survives to send Rory back in time, leaving Amy with a crushing decision to make.
I just have to blink, right? No! It'll be fine. I know it will. I'll be with him, like I should be.
Much to Matt Smith's agony, she follows Rory and her time as the Doctor's companion ends.
Raggedy Man! Goodbye!
Afterwords aren't always needed, but this one really was.
Tell her, this is the story of Amelia Pond. And this is how it ends.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.